everyone, and welcome to the daily newspaper analysis, which is brought to you by LawSikho. So today is 14th September 2022, and 14th September, everyone, please note, it is the Hindi Divas today. That is when we celebrate the occasion for having Hindi as our language. So we all should be really proud of it. And moving forward, we have an editorial today that we have taken from the Hindu newspaper that talks about the patent ecosystem and how we should be focusing more on having a better patent ecosystem for the growth of the nation. And then we have news updates and legal news for the day. So let's begin with the article discussion. It says that the recent report of the Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister, why India needs to urgently invest in its patent ecosystem. This report highlights the significance of a robust patent system for a knowledge economy and for the promotion of technological innovations. So that is why we now understand that, as we know, that we have been investing a lot into intellectual property. And nowadays, the people, the nation, worldwide as well, at the global level too, we are focusing a lot on the intellectual property, and thus patent, they form a very important point for that thing. I hope that you all understand what exactly a patent is. Patent basically is a right to, have the claim over one's invention or one's innovative, a brainchild or work of somebody's intellectual property. And if at all we take a patent of that, so it becomes useful for that person as well as commercially useful and also, largely useful by the people at large as well, without having the fear that the idea, the novice idea of that particular inventor would be stolen. Now, the amount of patent applications have increased by 48% in the last decade. That is a significant growth, I must say. Then, the number of abandoned patent applications also increased at an astonishing rate during this period, which means that people had filed the patent applications, but they did not follow them up. Now, this is definitely something alarming, and we should be paying attention over here. And the number of abandoned patent applications did not meet the requirements under Section 9 Clause 1 and 21 Clause 1 of the Patents Act, and they grew from 5,186 in 2010-11 to 23,291 in 2019-20, which is an increase by almost 350%. And thus, these abandoned patent applications definitely make the process a little more difficult, as it brings a cluster of applications wherein only few are those that surpass or that pass the validity or the valid requirements that are provided under the Patents Act, Section 9 and 21, Clause 1 of each. Now, the higher education sector of India is rising in prominence in the research and development, spending, and patenting landscape of India as well. And as we were already discussing in this article, that nowadays we are definitely paying a lot of attention on the research and development sides of our practical learnings, wherein, of course, when we research something, so we tend to invent new things or new ideas or technologies that are definitely worthy of getting a patent. So the growing prominence of this sector in patenting activity indicates the priority it attaches to commercially significant technological innovations that can change the scenario of the time. And as the patent system is a critical aspect of the national innovation ecosystem, investing in the patent ecosystem will help in strengthening the innovation capability of India, definitely. So the right inventions should be made, the right interventions should be made for the promotion of the quality of patent applications and collaboration between academia and industry. And people who are working in the field of research should definitely be promoted with various incentives, patent being one of them, of course. Now, let's see what do we have for news updates today. Firstly, China discovers new mineral on moon. Chinese scientists have found a new lunar mineral in the form of a crystal lurking inside samples collected from the moon in 2020. Changisite, and the symbol they have used is a capital Y, named for the mythological Chinese goddess of the moon, Chang, is a phosphate mineral and columnar crystal. So it's a rather important news for all of us. Secondly, Karnataka wins 75th Senior National Aquatic Championships. So Karnataka's Linesha broke Saloni Dalal's 4-year-old meet record of 21 minutes 41 seconds and 2 minutes 41 seconds, at the 75th National Aquatic Champions in Guwahati. Thirdly, Mukul Rohatgi to return as Attorney General. This is a very, very important piece of information. Please make a note that you all remember this. So, Senior Advocate Mukul Rohatgi will be taking over as the 14th Attorney General of India from 1st October after the current AG KK Venugopal, the current Advocate General, KK Venugopal vacates the post on 30th September when his third extension ends. Fourthly, Gujarat government unveils cinematic tourism policy. So, in order to market Gujarat as a potential destination for film and documentary makers from Bollywood, Hollywood, and regional industries, Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel on Saturday launched State's Maiden Cinematic Tourism Policy 2022-7. Let's see what do we have for legal updates today. Right to contest election is not a fundamental right. It is only a right conferred by statute, says the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court recently observed that the right to contest an election could not be said to be a fundamental right. Rather, it was a right that was conferred by the statutes. This was held in the case of Vishwanath Pratap Singh versus Election Commission of India. Secondly, district magistrate can delegate powers to executive magistrate to take possession of secured assets, says the Calcutta High Court. So the Calcutta High Court has held that steps taken under Section 14 of the Sarfasi Act while taking possession of secured assets is a ministerial step, and hence the chief metropolitan magistrate or the district magistrate need not go personally to take possession. The said power can be delegated to even an executive magistrate who can take the possession thereof. This was held in the case of Joy Kali Oil Industries Private Limited versus Union of India and others. Please take a note if you're preparing for the IBPS exam. This is an important case as it gives you a latest development in the Sarfasi Act. This was all for today. We hope you liked the session. Thank you so much for staying tuned with LawSikho. To download the PDF of today's slides, you can join our Telegram channel. The link to the channel is there in the description box below, or you can also scan this QR code that you can see in your screens right now. Thank you so much.